you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome, okay. So it's been 10 years. 10 years of hard work, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, achievement. But right now, where we are one of the leaders in the world for technology. And it's all because of you guys. You know what people say in Bangalore? When they want to hire some developers or somebody who wants to do a normal job, they'll go to all the IT service companies. When they want to build something that is world changing, where do they go? GoodWorkLabs. That is a brand we have built. That is a brand we have built. Anybody, you saw the logos. Apple, Google, Flipkart, Myntra, you name a unicorn. Who is powering their tech? It's GoodWorkLabs. Who is scaling to billions of users? How did we reach 300 million people over the last 10 years? It's because of you guys. It's because of what we have achieved together. So I want to have a huge round of applause to everybody here. We have made it possible. We have made it possible. This very room, everybody in this room, we have made it possible together. That is what is GoodWorkLabs. That's what is GoodWorks as a group and how we've actually evolved. And do you know, for the longest time in 10 years, how many sales people we've had? Any guesses how many sales people are there in the company right now? Can you guess? Who? Yeah, so the longest time we've had 0 salespeople. 0. How is it possible? Because at GoodWorks, we don't sell. Apart from what we were doing in the beginning when Sonia said, okay, we were calling people and all that. But later on, we never sold the company. We never do that. One day, I remember when I was a CEO a few years back of GoodWorkLabs, somebody called on the landline. It landed on my phone. So I said, I want to reach the CEO. I want to talk to Vishwas Mudagal. I said, yeah, you're talking to Vishwas Mudagal. And she's like, I'm sorry, I think you don't understand. I want to talk to Vishwas Mudagal. She's like, yeah, I'm Vishwas Mudagal. So, and she's like, I'm just confused. Why is the CEO of a company is answering my call? Why are you answering my call? So I told her, who is the best salesperson in the company? Who is it? It is the CEO. That is the best person. So that is one of the values that we have in GoodWorkLabs, in our entire group. You know what it is? It's basically, we don't get afraid to get our hands dirty. We don't glorify ourselves with designations. We don't think that we are managers or CEOs or something. No. We do the most menial jobs. We do the most trivial jobs. We do that. That's exactly why we are able to do the best tech in the world, because we are able to do the worst jobs possible with the greatest pride in us. That's what we do here. Sonia always tells me that I do the worst kind of jobs. Worst in the sense, I have been a tech writer for the longest time. I used to write the blogs. I used to basically do a content writer's job, right? Before Vaishak and all was here, I was doing it myself for the longest time. I do the HR interviews. So somebody tagged me on LinkedIn saying that, hey, the final interview was taken by Vishwas, the CEO of the company. Why are you taking my interview? Because I told the most important thing for us to succeed in the company is talent. Talent and sales are the biggest thing that a CEO should look at, and that's where my thing is. I always focus on sales and I always focus on people, because I want to bring the best of the people on board here. And thank you all for being a part of this family. So, can we put up the slide, what we are trying to do? Today, just want to talk a bit about the the group companies as well. Okay, so when we looked at GoodWorkLabs, we realized that okay, we need to be in a place where we are diversifying every single year. So we started a culture of experimenting. So every year we look at doing some experiment. Okay, so either it is a business model or a product, we look at coming up with new ideas, and some of them fail, like what Sonia was telling, and some of them succeed, and some of them succeed really, really amazingly well. And that's because of that. At this point in time, we are one of the largest companies who have bootstrapped themselves and made it sizable. And one of the things that we did in 2017 was GoodWorks Co-work. So I'll tell you what happened. So very interesting anecdote. I'm sure I've told this to many people. Back when we started GoodWorkLabs, so we had a very, very tiny office. The first office we had was literally, I think this stage. This stage was our office. So this is where people used to come inside, and there's a very small reception here, and then there is one, few tables and chairs are there where we used to sit and work, like 10 by 10 kind of an office. This is in that. So that time there was a customer who wanted to come and visit us. So we had invited him to the office because he wanted to come and see our office, how it is. It's a very large customer. So when he came inside the office, he couldn't believe that this is our office. So he was like, you should see his face. His face just fell. It just fell. And then he looked at us and he's like, okay, where is the office? I said, this is the office. And then he sat for like a couple of minutes, and then he was in such a hurry. It was so uncomfortable. He just didn't want to even spend any time there whatsoever. He said, okay, I think I'm getting late. I have to get somewhere else. I want to just move on. And he just, got up and he just went. Me and Sonia felt so bad that day. You will not believe we couldn't sleep. We couldn't sleep. It hurt us here and here, everywhere. We couldn't sleep. So 5 years later, the same customer, he reached out to me on LinkedIn, because we were on LinkedIn, we were like always, a lot of feeds are coming and all. So I called him. So we exchanged a few messages. I called him for some reason. So, and towards the end of the discussion, you know what he told? He told, Vishwas, I know that day I had come to your office, and then I, very hastily, I went out, and I was really not happy the way it happened and all. I really apologized to you. That's what he told me. So, you know what I told him? I told him, why are you apologizing? I should be thanking you. I said, thank you so much, because what you did to me that day, you basically woke me up. Because of you, today I have 500,000 square foot of office. In Bangalore right now, how much square foot of office we have? 500,000 square foot office we have, all thanks to that single guy right now who woke us up. We are one of the largest co-working players in India, and especially in Bangalore at this point in time. And that's when I'm talking about coming to the second, the company we're talking about here is GoodWorks Co-work. We started it because, of course, because of the story, because we wanted better offices and all, but we wanted a mechanism where we are able to engage with other companies. And we were already selling to enterprises and all. So we started small with one tiny office, but then we kept getting bigger and bigger. And before COVID, we had about 8 centers. Then we now scaled down to about 4, but again, we are now expanding. And we are going to be expanding much more in the future, but we're going to take it at our own pace. So today we have a lot of customers, starting with BMW, NEC, Boat, a lot of other customers are there right now at this point in time. So, and it is one has won so many awards, the best design for office space, and it's won the best co-working brand award, many of these awards. So GoodWorks has been on top of the pyramid when it comes to the co-working. So just to complete that whole story there, so next time somebody comes and humiliates you or gives you some feedback, please don't get mad at them, get hurt or whatever it is, but in your mind just thank them because of them you will go and get better. Okay. So any customer yells at you, just take it at, say thank you to them. To the next slide. So in 2021, during the COVID time, 2020-21, what we decided was that we have to invest in certain companies where we ourselves are not able to do it. Because of course, we have a lot of ideas, and many of you guys also come up with a lot of ideas, but we are not able to execute them. So what we decided was that we should invest in companies anywhere between say $20,000 to about $200,000. That starts with about 25-30 lakh rupees to about 1 to 1.5 crore. So we wanted to play in that segment where we are focusing on this seed investment. So till now we have invested more than about 10-15 companies right now overall, and these are some of the companies that you can see that we've been invested. Some of them have been like really path-breaking companies. Okay, so just the other day I was in one of these events and somebody said, okay, what is your solution to solving Bangalore's traffic problems? How do we solve it? So should we build a lot of flyovers, and should we do better roads and feeder service, blah blah, everything like that. So what I told him is that this is not a solution. Maybe we should think really ahead. Let's start investing in flying taxis. Let's think really out of the box. Why we should think about something that is non-disruptive? That's what it is all about, right? We need to think far ahead. We need to think how we are able to disrupt it. If you see what is happening right now, ChatGPT, whatever is happening in the world right now, quantum mechanics and all of that. It's with the thought that you have to question the status quo, and you have to dare to think big, dare mighty things. That with that philosophy, we started investing in this. So this is the company that we invested in. One of the companies called ePlane. They're actually making flying taxis at this point. They're actually making flying taxis, and they have done a few of these trials, and they're very close to about doing that. They'll take vertical lift, take off, and then they go there and they land. So that is their solution. That's going to be in the next 5-10 years. So you're going to have that instead of you calling an Uber, you're going to call a flying taxi. You just go there and it takes you and then drops you somewhere. That's going to solve, because Bangalore roads we cannot improve. The only solution is flying taxis. Okay. So another thing what we did was, there's a company called GoodWorks. We invested in it. It's one of the indigenous vaccine manufacturing in India. This is one of a few companies in India that are actually creating vaccines from the ground up. And they are creating something called a warm vaccine. Warm vaccine is something that you can store it anywhere. You don't have to have refrigeration and all of that. Because the problem with vaccinations right now is that it has to be in refrigerations and all that. So this is what we did with GoodWorks. So Prime Minister Modi always talks about this company's IIC. They're in Bangalore itself. They're in advanced clinical trials at this point. So these are some of the examples. And we also invested in Melora, which is like the fashion brand, jewelry brand. Many of those are the companies we've invested. And we're also incubating companies right now, which today we will make an announcement on that company, which we've incubated, which we will launch today. So with that, I think more or less I just want to tell a bit about the roadmap, what we have for GoodWorkLabs, and with that we can conclude my talk here. Till now, what we have focused as a group or as a company, GoodWorkLabs, is we are focused on services mainly, right? But going forward, what we believe is the future of GoodWorkLabs is products and platforms. We had spoken the same thing in the last year event as well, where we had told, okay, this is where we're going to head towards. And we have done a huge amount of investment, and we have come a long way. And our platform going forward is going to be called GoodWorks SaaS platform. It's called GSP. And there are going to be many products that we're going to be launching based on this. So in the future, we will be working on products plus services or product licensing plus professional services. So that's going to be the future of GoodWorkLabs. So many of these products are going to be launching this year and also next year. So we have like a number of experiments we're doing, and we're also creating like an in-house product development team. We already have a team, and we're going to increase that team at this point in time. We have excellent customer lineups currently, so that is going to be the next the future of the company. Apart from that, of course, I think Sonia forgot to announce that we are also opening a sales office in Dubai. That is in process right now. I'm hoping that in the next couple of months we will launch. We're going to announce the Dubai office for sales, and we also will be focusing on many other geographies. We are focusing on international markets at this point in time, especially because we have the Kolkata center for export-oriented stuff, which I think Swarna and I will talk more about it. So we have a very exciting future. I think this is a fantastic time to join the company because it's just not all work here. Of course, there's a lot of work here, but I think what we have developed right now is a philosophy. What we believe is basically good life, and then we want people to have a great life. It's just not about work and innovation and all of that, but we also want people to like enjoy and have a very balanced life, and we want to move towards that in the future right now, and we're going to talk more about it as we continue today. But with that, I just want to thank everybody for being here for the last 10 years, and let's hope, and I'm very, very sure it's just the beginning for the next milestones, more milestones in the future. So I'm really excited about the future, and thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.